How's it going, everyone? It's TrulyMystic, and in today's video, we're gonna talk more about Fortnite leaks. In the last Fortnite leaking video, it was kind of just me yapping and giving a general overview on what I thought about the Fortnite leaks, and just kind of explaining why the community likes leaks and why the community doesn't like leaks. Based off of the comments in that video, it seems like, yeah, it's kind of 50-50. And like I mentioned, I appreciate leaks because they help me with content, but at the same time, I don't like them because they kind of ruin the surprise factor of the game. So in today's video, I kind of want to talk about the Fortnite leakers themselves. I won't be mentioning any names, but I think you may know who I'm talking about. And we're also going to dive into a bit of a conspiracy theory going on. It's something that someone wrote in the last vid, and I've been thinking about it, and it completely changed my perspective on the Fortnite leaking community. So, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So the Fortnite leakers, you know them, the big three. There's obviously a ton more, but these are the main ones that we usually hear about. Before I start talking about these leakers, I just want everyone to know that I have nothing against them. I don't hate them, I don't dislike them. In fact, I think they're cool people, and I don't want to start any beef with them. I appreciate them because they help me make some of my content, as well as a bunch of other content creators. So hopefully I made that clear, because now I'm gonna say that I'm not the biggest fan of these Fortnite leakers. For starters, one thing that I kinda don't like about them is that they post the same stuff. Now I get it, you know, if there's a leak in the files and they find it, maybe they're not in communication with each other, so they just post it. In fact, that's actually a good thing if they're posting the same leak, because it infers that, hey, this is something that's most likely gonna happen. If you see other people seeing it, it makes all of them look trustable. And that's great, because these guys are trustable leakers. But the reason why I kinda don't like that is, well, it may be kind of a minor nitpick, but it's just weird to see that multiple times when I'm looking at Fortnite leaks. Like, I just don't need the same leak be put out by all three of them. You see something and it's like, okay, and then you're scrolling and then you see that someone else says that and it's like, okay, we know that, and then you scroll and then you're like, this is happening, okay, we know that. It just feels kind of a waste of time, especially when some leakers post other leaks that they didn't post, but then when you post the same thing as someone else, it's like, dude, we know that already. We heard it from someone else. Could you give us something else, you know? I don't know, it's not that big of a deal, but it's just kinda a minor inconvenience. Personally, that's how I feel about the matter, but, you know, it's whatever. It's not even the worst thing that I'm gonna talk about. Because moving on, there's another thing that I'm not the biggest fan of when it comes to these Fortnite leakers, and it's their specification on these leaks. Now, when they post a leak, they might say, hey, I got this from so-and-so, or this was my source, which is great. And they might clarify that something is a rumor, or something is not 100% confirmed to be happening. That's great, and I really do appreciate them for doing that. But sometimes there's those leaks that get posted and the community eats it up like a wildfire and twists it and completely just turn it into something else. I really want them to clarify if something is not 100% going to happen. Because when the average Fortnite player that looks into Fortnite leaks sees that, they're going to have an impression like, hey, this is probably gonna happen, most likely at least. So and so said this, and a lot of the time they're correct. So this is definitely happening. But when it doesn't happen, the community gets upset, and it just makes everyone look bad. For example, you had the whole Five Nights at Freddy's conundrum where we all believed that Five Nights at Freddy's was collabing with Fortnite. Now, they were just rumors and nothing was 100% confirmed. Me personally, I didn't believe it, and it was just whatever, you know, it could be happening. But because of that leak, there was a lot of people that got their hopes up. And unfortunately, when that didn't happen, a lot of people got upset. The community lashed out on the leakers, and all in all, it just makes everyone look bad. Now, I'm not saying that whenever stuff like this happens, it's the leaker's fault. It could also be Fortnite. Sometimes there can be something that could be coming to the game, but then Epic just ends up scrapping it. And so, what I kind of also mentioned in the previous vid is that we have to take these leaks with a grain of salt. Not everything is 100% confirmed, and just because these three are saying it doesn't mean that it's definitely going to happen. But also, from the leaker side, I just wish that they would specify these things more. Give us a bit more info, a bit more insight to these leaks. A lot of times, they say something like a big headline that catches people's attention and an image up on screen. Everybody gets the wrong impression from these kinds of posts. I just wish that we can get a little more information so that people aren't just assuming things. When content creators, like myself, post about the leaks, we could give the community misinformation. And that's the last thing that I want to give my community, because I love to give you guys the realest and best content possible. And even though some of my thumbnails and titles can be eye-catching, I would never want to clickbait. And unfortunately, there's a lot of clickbait out there that relies on these leaks to back up their misinformation. It's all around just a terrible situation, and it can be easily fixed if these leakers would just specify these things a little more, and maybe also not repeat each other multiple times. But even that isn't the only thing that I have against these leakers. Right now, I'm gonna get into some conspiracy territory. And like I said, I have nothing against them. I'm just speaking out of, well, a comment that I've seen on the last video. It really got me thinking, and honestly, it kind of makes sense. Someone said that the Fortnite leakers are free advertisers for Fortnite. That blew my mind. When you look at Fortnite's marketing and all their advertisements, it's pretty bare bones. And again, this isn't taking any of the leaks into consideration. This is just official Fortnite posts, and it's pretty lackluster. Fortnite doesn't have the best communication skills with their community. They used to, but now it's just kind of mixed. A lot of their tweets are usually item shop related, and rarely do you see something promoted for an update. I mean, we do get the occasional trailer and image, but a lot of this stuff just kind of comes out of nowhere, and it's very little. If they're teasing a skin in the item shop, you'll get like a hand, and then you'll get the full body when it comes out. If there's a new emote, they'll play a small clip on Twitter, and they'll just post a few images up online. Now, their promo can get crazy around brand new seasons or chapters. We've seen them do amazing things, but when it comes to these smaller scaled updates, there really isn't a whole lot. And that's where the leakers come in. Fortnite doesn't really build that hype every 2 weeks for their next update. Like I said, they do very little of it. But this conspiracy theory, if you may call it, brings the leakers into frame as free advertisers for Epic. Basically, they post something, the community sees it, we get hyped and excited, and boom, it comes out. Now, if this is the case, and take it with a grain of salt, like Fortnite leaks in general, it is worth asking the question if these leakers know that they're being quote-unquote used for free advertisement or not. If they don't know, and Fortnite's just using them for this free promo, then that's pretty messed up. Now, are they doing something that's kind of wrong but also benefiting Fortnite? Yes, and so that could be a reason why Fortnite isn't putting a whole kibosh on it. They're just kind of letting them do whatever they want. But then you think, if they do know, you start to look at these leakers a little differently. Now, I'm not saying that Fortnite's handing them hush money and they're only giving us the leaks that Fortnite allows us to hear, and then they gatekeep everything else. Because that would be crazy, right? That would be really crazy if that were the case. That better not be the case. But yeah, I just feel really weird if something like this was going on in the Fortnite leaking community. There's not a whole lot of info to back this up. This is, again, just a little bit of a conspiracy theory. But it is weird that these leakers have supporter creator codes. They leak Fortnite's game and put it out there for the world to see. Something that they're really not supposed to be doing, yet they still get a supporter creator code from Epic and are able to monetize themselves from the game. I don't know, it's pretty sus. But whatever, Fortnite lets them post their leaks, free advertisement, and they get supporter creator code. Who really cares? Well, I'll tell you who cares. Fortnite. I mean, yeah, they obviously care. What I'm trying to get at is the encrypted files. The encrypted files are known for obviously being encrypted and not being leaked. This is what Fortnite wants to hide from us, and it's also what the leakers don't leak out. Now, the reason why the leakers don't leak this stuff out is because, well, the files are encrypted. They're locked away and can't get to them until Fortnite finally decrypts them and puts them out. It is weird that Fortnite draws the line at this point. Oh, you can leak everything else about my game, but this emote from the Icon series, yeah, you can't leak that. Now, I appreciate encrypted files because this actually gives us more of a surprise to Fortnite that we really need from time to time, in my opinion. But playing this into the conspiracy theory, it is a little weird that some encrypted files are encrypted and can't be put out while others aren't. I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of weird. It's really nothing too much to dig into. When you just look at it at face value, you're like, yeah, well, why do they have a supporter creator code and still get away with this stuff? And I mean, it's kind of true. Yeah, it is free advertisement for the game. A ton of people are seeing these leaks and they get hyped, they get excited, they save some V-Bucks for some of these skins and other cosmetics, and boom. Only thing you really have to pay these guys are their own supporter creator codes. If that was the case, that would be completely insane. But let's hope that it's not all that. But I think I'll end it here. I still think there's so much to talk about in terms of Fortnite leaks, but I think at the moment I'm content on what I've talked about so far. You either love them or you hate them. There's nothing we can really do about them. Just gotta take the information with a grain of salt. If I could leave you with anything from this one, it would just be that the Fortnite leakers need to, I don't know, just be a little more specific on what you're putting out there to the community. As a whole, we all need to chill out and not put out any misinformation. And I think the leakers can really help out with that. But I want to thank all of you for watching. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? How do you feel about the Fortnite leakers in the Fortnite leaking community? Let me know down below. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And use code TrulyMystic if you want to support me in the item shop. I would really appreciate that. As always, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. But until then, peace.